Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Richard, founder of Short-Term Rental University and professional real estate developer. Today's video is something that I'm actually borrowing from our Facebook community. Super helpful for all of us hosts, so I'm sharing it here on YouTube. But there's also an underlying message there, which is come join us on the Facebook group where we have over 18,000 hosts from all over the world talking about things just like this. So while I agree with most, if not all of these, I just want you to know that this is community-based, the network effect at work, and you want to hang out with people that are thinking like this to grow yourself. So let's get into it. The question posed on the Facebook group was, what are some red flags when you're screening guests? I've made a lot of videos talking about the best way to avoid incidents is through screening guests. This avoids damage and destruction to your home, parties, all those nightmare scenarios that we don't want and that we fear we can eliminate through proper guest screening. And so the question was, how do we screen guests best? What are some red flags that we've seen? And the answers here, and there's dozens of comments already in like just half a day, are some of the best ones that I personally support. And I want to go ahead and just tell you the screening tools that the Facebook community uses to avoid problem guests, and let's get into it. So the first one is locals. It sounds like many people have had problems with locals, and you may wonder, like, why locals? What makes them any different? Well, if you stop and think about it for a second, people that are in your city or town, if they don't want to do something in their home, where are they going to do it? Maybe an Airbnb. And that's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of other people. So I've had great experiences with locals, but I've also had problems. And so as a red flag, locals is the first one. The second thing that people point to is people that are asking for discounts. They're there trying to negotiate. They don't understand that Airbnb is now a established platform and the clearing price is set. And back in the day, people were looking to negotiate and wheel and deal. If people are still looking to wheel and deal, apparently that's a red flag for many. A third item is one-night stays. People don't like people that are there for one night, and I understand that it's problematic from a hosting perspective and turnover and cleaning teams and all of that. It's also quite lucrative, so I would encourage you not to red flag just the one-night stay, but look deeper. There's plenty of people who travel on business, or we just got kicked out of an Airbnb because there was some road noise and we couldn't stand it. We're trying to record videos, so we had to leave the Airbnb, and so consequently we're at a place, it happens to be for 2 nights, but it could have just as easily have been for 1, and I think Erica, myself, and Charles are great Airbnb guests, and we're going to treat everything with respect. So there are extenuating circumstances. Look deeper. Another one said, anything in the word that talks about celebrating. We're celebrating a wedding, we're celebrating a birthday, we're celebrating anything. That particular host doesn't like the word celebrating. They don't want anything being celebrated in their home. So I personally agree with the concept that this host is trying to make on celebrating. I do not allow any parties, I do not allow any events unless I'm made aware of them. So things like film screenings and movies being shot, I'll allow that if I know. I'll usually charge more. And I want people to come and have a great time and celebrate, but what I don't want is the celebration to occur, like the wedding can't be in my house, the birthday party can't be in my house. But if people are coming together to celebrate somebody's birthday and the party's happening off-site, I'm okay with that personally. Another one, I haven't really found this to be true personally, but I just want to share it with you in case you come across it. In the going back and forth during the booking process, if somebody discusses we are here for Jackson Hole skiing, but the guest reservation says 1, that's a red flag to them. Obviously, when they say we, there's more than one guest. You might want to go back and ask who else is coming and what brings you here. Another person here commented that if people seem to be a stickler on the refund, like asking about the refund and asking about the refund, that's a red flag for them. And I guess the question and the reason that this might be a red flag is because they're really price sensitive or financially motivated, and so it might just be a little bit of a concern for them. Somebody else, and I don't really understand how this could happen, but they refuse to pay a security deposit. If somebody's not paying a security deposit, that's not a red flag for me. That's a blockage. No thank you. I need a security deposit, period. I'm running a business here. And even good people make mistakes and break stuff, and that's what a security deposit is for. And then finally, and this one's really obvious, but I think it bears mentioning, Bad reviews. If people have bad reviews, especially more than one, and there's a consistent thread there, then that's definitely a red flag and you should not contemplate them again. If people behave poorly in somebody else's house, guess what? They're not likely to behave better in your home, and so I would block that. So I hope you found these interesting. I'd love to hear your comments below. What are red flags for you in your business? What mistakes have you made and that you've learned from? And you can save us all from that like headache and heartache. Please go ahead and comment below. Like the video, and as always, subscribe to the channel, friends. We're just getting started here. Thanks so much. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks so much for watching, but I want to share with you something that's really fantastic. My team and I have been solving one of my problems. You know I'm all about building a brand, and the single best way to build that brand is to develop a relationship with your clients, and you want to get started sooner. So what I did for myself was create my own website tool, one click, and I have my own website. It's customized for me, 4 different templates to choose from. It's absolutely gorgeous, and one click, anyone can do it. And what this allows me to do is to develop relationships with my clients. The sooner the better. You don't want to delay and get started in 6 months or in 2 years. Do it now in 2020, get your best foot forward, and start to own those relationships. So go ahead and click in the description below to be notified upon release. January 2020, we're releasing it to the wait list only, first at the best price ever. So if you want to take control of your financial destiny, click below. One click later, you got your website tool.